Hello everybody, I'm Barry, and today I'm going to be putting father against son, daughter against father, and trash against not trash. And we will be finding out which Team 7 is truly the best Team 7. Now, I thought about just putting the students against each other, but I think it would also be pretty interesting to see the senseis included in the fight. This definitely doesn't make things easier. Accurately finding out how strong these characters are is insanely difficult. They never fought the same character, so there's no clear way to see which group is stronger together. The next best thing is scaling them individually against each other. So the factor of teamwork throughout this fight is going to be assumed that they are both equal on that front with their teamwork, since it's basically impossible to actually scale. So with that being said, the characters I'm putting against each other are obviously Naruto versus Boruto, Sasuke versus Sarada, Kakashi versus Konohamaru, and I mean the only two left. I feel bad for Sakura, let's just say that much. Starting with the most obvious one, I guess it doesn't even need much of an explanation. Sakura, post-Chunin exams, and by the way, this is current Boruto characters and post-Chunin exams Naruto characters. So Sasuke with the Chidori, we're giving Naruto the Rasengan, basically just what Naruto characters were compared to what Boruto characters are right now, putting them basically on an equal playing field. So Sakura pretty much has nothing until Naruto Shippuden. She can heal a fish, and that's really about it. I'm not a Sakura hater, that's literally just the truth. Whereas Mitsuki in base has a jutsu arsenal wider than many characters in Boruto, and with Sage Mode it's not even really a fair fight. We didn't even know what Sage Mode was until Naruto needed it to beat Pain, and Jiraiya used it against Pain. Obviously two characters that are levels above anyone we're talking about right now. So in my opinion, I don't think I even need to convince anybody. Mitsuki obviously stomps Sakura. One-shots her probably right off the bat, and this fight turns into a 4v3 very quickly. The next most obvious one, at least in my opinion, is Kakashi versus Konohamaru. Kakashi has a jutsu arsenal that exceeds pretty much everyone in the Naruto franchise, at least until the power cliffing in late Shippuden. He knows how to do Konohamaru's biggest move, the Rasengan, and while he may not have the stamina to use it consistently, he can with the Chidori. He has water jutsu to completely negate Konohamaru's fire jutsu, and the only real way Konohamaru has a chance is if he uses his toad summoning, but we've never actually seen him use it in battle. I don't know why, but we've only ever seen him use it to show off to the genin in the series. So really the overall safer bet in my opinion is Kakashi, especially if he just decides to use the Sharingan to dodge everything and shove a Chidori through Konohamaru's chest. So yeah, Kakashi edges out Konohamaru. It may be close, but Kakashi, in my opinion, takes it. So at this point, quick recap, Kakashi beats Konohamaru most times out of 10, and Mitsuki beats Sarada 10 times out of 10. Literally zero difficulty. As for Sasuke and Sarada, there are a couple different takes you could have on this. Sasuke, when training Sarada, stated that she is a far better shinobi than he was at her age. Now, whether or not this is just a dad being a dad, we don't really know. That's probably what it is, but the scaling sort of goes against the statement of far better. He says far better. It's easy to make the case that they're somewhat close in strength because they have a similar jutsu arsenal, fire jutsu, Chidori, good with ninja tools, taijutsu, all that stuff. But there's really nothing to point towards the idea that she's far superior. At this point in the manga, I believe she has 3 Tomoe Sharingan. Sasuke did as well, so they're pretty much the same person in this situation. Obviously, Sasuke surpasses her when the curse mark comes into play, but we're just going to leave that out. That just complicates everything way too much. And we're going to go with the assumption that they are relatively equal in strength. Sasuke does have like Rock Lee level taijutsu when he copied it to beat Gaara, while Sarada is fast enough to rip Boro's core out of his chest. So obviously they both have significant feats, but yeah, like I said, they're probably pretty similar. Sarada may be a little bit stronger. But now for the main event, what you've all been waiting for, Boruto versus Naruto. I've already actually gone over this topic in my video talking about Naruto versus borushiki, but I'll just give you guys the cliff notes so we can wrap this all together. Naruto in base, no Kyuubi, no Takno Jutsu, gets stomped by base Boruto. Boruto simply just has more options to beat base Naruto, but the problem you run into is the fact that if his friends are about to die, Naruto will just become a Kage level shinobi because he needs to. like when he created thousands of shadow clones to save Iruka and beat Mizuki, summoned Gamabunta to save and beat Gaara, etc, etc. So in a real situation where these two teams fight, Naruto will probably enter his QB chakra mode, Boruto will use the Karma Seal, and if that doesn't work, Borushiki will come out, and at that point it's just a wrap. Everyone on both sides is dead. So in a realistic situation where the two main characters actually get their power-ups, Kakashi edges out Konohamaru, Mitsuki stomps Sakura, Sasuke and Sarada probably kill each other, and Karma Seal Boruto fights Naruto, probably runs out of chakra at some point. Borushiki makes an appearance, and technically the new Team 7 will win because Borushiki is just levels above any of those people. This is the actual result of the fight, but if we decide to restrict both the Nine Tails and the Karma Seal, we have a situation where Boruto beats Naruto since he's stronger than Naruto in base, like we already established. And now you have a Sage Mode Mitsuki and Boruto versus a somewhat drained Kakashi. Of course, assuming that Sasuke and Sarada are equal and either kill each other or both become too drained to keep fighting. So in my opinion, Mitsuki, who is now at full strength, Sage Mode and all, paired with Boruto, who probably doesn't have much trouble taking out base Naruto and still has a good bit of chakra, probably edge out Kakashi in a bloodlusted fight. Obviously, all of these fights are bloodlusted, they would never fight each other in character. But as we've seen with Kakashi and his Sharingan, he doesn't have much stamina, at least until the War Arc. So as he has his hands full with full power Sage Mode Mitsuki, I could definitely see a world where Boruto throws a vanishing Rasengan, catching Kakashi off guard. I mean, if he did it to Momoshiki, there's a good chance he could do it to Kakashi from OG Naruto. So yeah, that's about it. It's a closer fight than some of you may have thought, but like I said, in a real situation, Borushiki comes out and it's just a wrap. But the Boruto Team 7 will still win if you restrict the Karma Seal and Naruto's Nine Tails. If you enjoyed the video, I guess give it a like if you want, and yeah, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.